What's good, what is good, my sizers? We're back again with another video, and today I'm going to tell you all about my experience at NAB. Now, for those who don't know, NAB stands for National Association of Broadcasting, and this was my very first time going to NAB. Now, I was definitely overwhelmed, but one of my favorite parts about this whole thing was how it was set up. It was very user-friendly, and even though I got lost, it wasn't like, it was because I got lost. It wasn't like because it was unorganized. So to get your badge, you either had to scan the QR code or you enter your name and then you give them your license. That way they can double check that you're the correct person and they print out your badge. And then you walk in and it immediately starts. Now let me tell you, the convention center is absolutely huge. But they had stuff in their main lobby, stuff in the Central Hall, North Hall, East Hall, West Hall. Like, there was enough to go on for 4 days in each and every hall. Now, I'll be honest with you, I spent most of my time in the North Hall because that's where all of the cameras and most of the editing stuff was at. But we did go and check out the West Hall, and I was not impressed. They just had like small companies here and there about like software and things, but it wasn't anything fun and interesting. All the fun and interesting stuff was in the North Hall because it was all about the cameras, and they had booths like Sony, Nanlux, Canon, Dana Dolly. They had a bunch of big name booths there, and this was one of my favorite booths because not only were all of my friends volunteering at this booth, but they pop a water balloon and then you could watch it pop at different frame rates. Now, this might have been a small little activity that they let you do, but this was still one of my favorite things because it was just really cool to be able to watch it. A common thing I did notice at some of these booths, and a lot of the workers that I've spoken with have noticed, is that not all of the big name brands will like take the time to talk to students and answer questions and stuff. Especially for me, a lot of people would just brush me off, which is fine. But like, just know that the students are the future, and like all these people who go to NAB and attend NAB are like genuinely interested. Like, I really thought that car was cool. Obviously I would never get one because of, did you see the price? However, like, it was just cool to see a car have a crane on it. Now, NAB was a 3.5 day event. It started Sunday morning and ended Wednesday afternoon. And the cool thing about them is that not only did they have the booths available in the different halls set up, but they also had different lessons that you can attend at certain times that would teach you about certain activities and things like that. So I wanted to attend all of the editing portions of the lessons. However, when I got there, they were all canceled, and I was a little bit upset because of all the lessons that they canceled. They only canceled Final Cut Pro lessons specifically, and I did miss school to attend these lessons, but at the same time I did get to walk around and look at all these different cameras. Another great thing I noticed about NAB is the fact that most of these companies brought out prototypes, or they were like, oh yeah, we're just going to test this, or these products are unreleased, but you guys can try it out, see what you think of it, see what you like of it. And I thought that was really cool that you get like a first glance of their products that they want to come out. Another really cool thing is that I actually got to run into Norma Helly, which is really cool because if you guys don't know, she's one of my favorite YouTubers. And what's really funny is my dad actually ran into her, and it irritated me because he always runs into her. And my dad is not one to be like, oh yeah, hey, like, I'm over at so-and-so. So I literally spent like an hour and a half trying to figure out where my dad was so I can go and see Norma as well. And what was really cool is she recognized me and like remembered me because I've met her before. We've talked a few times here and there. But so you genuinely never know who you're gonna meet at NAB. So I definitely recommend going, even if you have like the slightest interest in cameras or editing or like audio, things like that, because you can really just run into whomever. There was also a rumor that The Rock was there, but honestly, like, it's The Rock. That seems like too big of a name to be like, oh my god, I saw you at NAB. So yeah, definitely come if you're trying to see like local YouTubers or anything like that. And this was probably one of my favorite things as well because it was all powered by the air generator that you saw at the very base. All he did was turn it on, and then depending on if you want to raise the light or lower the light is how much air pressure he would use off of it. And I mean, it wasn't even all that loud as well, but I believe he said this goes to like 25 feet in the air, maybe taller. I don't remember, But yeah, this was definitely my favorite thing to look at and learn about. Another cool thing about this company is the fact that they try to make a grips job a lot easier. So they will custom design different types of clamps or whatever kind of rigging tools you need. And they use like different metals as well. So he was saying that sometimes they use aluminum or steel. It just depends on what you need. And I thought that was really cool. Also, I don't know, just all of the cameras I thought were so fascinating, which is so funny because I'm not a camera person. Another one of my favorite companies that was there that we were able to check out was Dana Dolly, because I actually got to meet Dana herself, but through my school we work with a lot of Dana Dollies, and they even had like this curved Dana Dolly that was really cool. But another thing about them is that they give students discounts. So when you're at NAB or you're looking for like camera gear, whatever, this, that, and the other, make sure you ask for different types of discounts, whether you're a student, military, veteran, anything like that. Because one, you never know what the odds can be, and two, it never hurts to ask, because as a student, I know I always try to save as much money as possible. And if they don't offer discounts, ask if they can sponsor you and your project, because I know like Canon was sponsoring my friend's project, and they would like give him cameras to test out and lenses to try for his projects, and you just never know. Now, I'll be honest with you, lighting to me is very difficult, especially when it comes to like a film. It's more difficult than working like an actual camera, but these are one of my favorite things ever, because we call them egg crates, and I just love it. I just love to play with them. This light was featured at NAB, and it was definitely their biggest attraction. Granted, other companies / booths did have something similar, or you know, a light of their own that you can get wet and it still works in full condition, but NAB light was definitely the biggest attraction when it came to that, aside from the other companies. Also, Insta360 was there, and I asked them what their new products were, and they just told me about a camera and then a little gimbal that they had, which I thought was interesting. But I would definitely recommend NAB, and it was free entry with a code for the public, so definitely look into that. But if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you guys have been to NAB and what your thoughts and experiences were, and be sure to smash that subscribe button down there while you're at it. Toodles!